It's dark out, cold, empty. This is where most people turn around. They see the long road, the endless shadows, and they decide it's not worth it. They take the easy way. They walk away. But here you are, standing right in the thick of it, exactly where it's hardest. Ask yourself, why? Why did you take that first step? What was burning in you that pushed you this far? Was it to prove something? To break out of the limits the world tried to set for you? Because if that fire was strong enough to get you here, you know it's strong enough to carry you all the way.
Here's the real question. What keeps you going? When the night feels endless, when every part of you says it would be easier to stop, what is it that drives you forward? Is it something to prove? Or is it something deeper? Something you can't let go of? Even if you tried, look at where you started. Think about every setback, every time you stumbled, every moment you questioned whether this journey was worth it. And yet, here you are, moving forward, step by step. What does that say about you? What does that say about the strength you've been building all this time?
When others chose comfort, you chose the grind. When others took the easy way, you pushed yourself to the edge. So let me ask you this. What do you see at the end of this road? What vision keeps you pressing forward when no one else believes in it? Because every single step, every ounce of effort, it's all for that vision, that goal only you can see.
Most people don't understand. They'll never get what it's like to walk this path alone, to carry a dream in silence, to fight battles no one else can see. But do you know what that means? It means that every ounce of strength you gain, every small victory, it's yours. It's carved out by you and for you.
And when the night is darkest, when the weight feels heaviest, ask yourself this. Who else would push through this but you? Who else would stay committed this long, this fiercely? You're here because you know there's more waiting beyond this. A version of yourself that's unbreakable, forged in moments most people will never face.
Don't look back. Don't ask if it's worth it. Instead, ask yourself how much further you're willing to go, how much more you're willing to give. Because one day, when that light finally breaks, when you reach what you've been fighting for, they'll realize this wasn't handed to you. This was earned, crafted in the shadows, built through sacrifice.
Stand tall, push through, and let every question fuel you. When you finally stand in the light, you'll know exactly who you are. A warrior, a fighter, someone who found strength not in comfort, but in every hard-fought step through the dark.
What's keeping you going? What is it that drives you, even when everything around you feels heavy? Even when every part of you wants to quit? Is it a vision? A goal? Or is it the unbreakable commitment to become something greater? Whatever it is, grab onto it. Hold it tight, because that's what's going to carry you forward.
Think about it. Think back to every time they said you couldn't do it. Every person who doubted you, every setback that made you question yourself. And here you are, right where they said you'd fail. So ask yourself, why did you make it this far? Why did you push when others quit? What do you know about yourself that nobody else does? Hold on to that, because that's your edge.
You're not here to be like everyone else. Most people, they want shortcuts. They want it easy. But you chose the grind, the late nights, the sacrifices. You chose to keep pushing forward, even when there was no applause, no recognition. And that's what separates you from the rest. That's the difference maker.
I want you to ask yourself, how far are you willing to go? When the road gets rough, will you turn back, or will you fight for every inch? Because the truth is, you've already proven you're stronger than the doubts, tougher than the obstacles. But this is the moment. This is where you decide to leave everything on the line. Picture this. The day comes when you finally reach that goal, when everything you've been fighting for is within your grasp. You'll look back and see that it was never the comfort that got you there. It was every ounce of grit, every hard choice, every second spent out here in the dark. You'll stand there knowing you earned every single part of it. Don't hold back now. Don't question it. You've come this far and there's no stopping until you've reached the end. Remember, you're not just here to get by. You're here to win, to stand in that light as someone who didn't just survive, but dominated every single challenge. In the end, you weren't just made, you were built in the dark, unstoppable and ready to rise.
This is Striving Motivation TV, your source of inspiration.